Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. Torment entertainer Garcel B Will Smith's ex-eminent for her job in the genuine Housewives of Beverly Slopes is creating a ruckus by tending to tales including, in all honesty, the charming new ruler Will Smith. Apparently, Smith's ex has been revolting against the conditions encompassing their separation, while hypotheses flourish in regards to the purposes behind their split. Beauvais reveals insight into what many accept to be the reason just a man understands what a man is, yet she was unable to remain quiet about the disclosures. Who did you converse with? Who was your individual to say? Hello, I want this discussion right now with my sweetheart, Nicole Smith, who we composed the book together. She was the one that we went through it with, and she was like, okay, are we going to unload the ridiculous viewpoint? She would have truly liked to comprehend his viewpoint before their relationship arrived at its decision, since I think it would have caused me to comprehend him somewhat more, and I would perhaps have had more empathy and compassion toward him rather than not maintaining that anything should do. The vast majority accept that it's just unplanned that Will Smith has been entangled in a large number of contentions over the course of the years in regards to his real essence. When the world isn't observing anyway, as the platitude goes, where there's smoke, there's fire, this feeling seems, by all accounts, to be working up the web, particularly as Garcelle B has as of late imparted bits of knowledge about her experience to the I Am Legend star. It appears there may, without a doubt, be much more going on behind the scenes. First of all, there's the disclosure that B and the entertainer had something happening while he was additionally associated with Jada anyway, considering different disclosures about the star, including men. This scarcely starts to expose the secret encompassing Will Smith's direction. Now, with additional responses arising, reality has all of the earmarks of being unstable, yet many individuals are causing a stir at this one. Investigate the pic that, Garby posted that is still from the wild. Will Smith is unquestionably, quite possibly, the greatest name in the business, and with that comes the region of individuals creating anecdotes about him to earn public consideration anyway. In the midst of different bits of gossip, there hasn't been a single allegation of theft or anything as shocking as open pee against the entertainer. At this point, the persevering talk that he may be keen on men keeps on flowing. This is no happenstance, and customarily such cases may be effectively excused anyway. What convolutes what is going on is the presence of documentation detailing these declarations about him. While this path of reports has started from different sources over the course of the years, traversing from the absolute most unmistakable VIPs in the business to customary people who have been on set or around the entertainer, now somebody from the entertainer's heartfelt past is uncovering experiences into his actual self as of late his existence. Starks focused on what it resembled to be the object of Smith's fondness and shared a few perceptions from that time. Garcelle B, known for her job on the genuine Housewives of Beverly Slopes, has offered fans bits of knowledge into her choice to head out in different directions from Will Smith during their concise relationship, during their 9S on a new episode of The Lost Culturist Has Web recording with Matt Rogers. And Beauvais pondered what she depicted as a fleeting sentiment that never bloomed into anything serious. She described how she and Smith ran into each other on the arrangement of the new sovereign of Bel Air. I was an ingenue, he was single, and a television star, so we went out 2 or multiple times. She made sense of it was anything but a dependable relationship in rundown of her set of experiences with Smith. As per Beauvais, her choice to end things came to fruition in the wake of understanding that things were quitting any funny business among Will and Jada, who might proceed to wed in 1997, and stay a couple right up to the present day, as the approaching to America star made sense of things burnt out. After one specific call she made to the entertainer while he was in the vehicle with another person and his child 3-pointer Smith, it was during this call that 3-pointer unintentionally uncovered that Smith was engaged to Jada Pinkett Smith, who is currently his better half. I recollect one day calling him, and he was in the vehicle, and his child with Cherie was toward the back, so you realize he got on the vehicle or Bluetooth, or anything that it was some time ago, or speaker telephone, anything it was, and he said, hello, how are you doing? And I said, I'm incredible, I heard. His little voice behind the scenes go, is that Miss Jada? And that is the point at which I'm similar to approve. I'm by all accounts not the only one leave stage left, yet Jada wasn't the main individual act associated with this image at the time. Obviously, it was Will Smith's ex-Cherie Zampino the star, as of late made an appearance on an episode of The Genuine Housewives of Beverly Slopes, and got together with individual entertainer and Housewives star Garcelle Beauvais to examine how they dealt with their exes. During their discussion, Smith's name came up anyway, and finding that the two of them dated him isn't the main disclosure is apparently coming from the Zampino side, as per the late entertainer A.L. Sis Arquette, who died in 2016. Smith's ex, Cherie Zampino, separated from him since she got in bed with one more man. When Jada emerged as gay and her facial hair spouse conceded his most memorable marriage finished when she strolled into him, adjusting his friendly benefactor, Benny Medina. I will pay attention to them. Alexis purportedly wrote in a since-erased post on Facebook by Jada Prestigious, for her frank position on boycotting the Oscars decided not to address Alexis' assertion, by then going against the norm will avoid remarking on the allegations, while his most memorable wife Sheer, Eno, was the one to voice her perspective. She censored Alexis for her malignant and hurried remarks, stating that won't, isn't, and has ever distinguished as eccentric in addition to the fact that it is off the mark, it's by no means. Ian's evident, and I'm irritated, and I'm harmed that somebody would so vindictive. Various fans viewed Sherry's reaction as fairly serious at first, as opposed to excusing the allegations as ridiculous. She took major areas of strength for a passing on some, to guess whether Alexis' comments had to be sure struck a rope. Additionally, diligent charges have circled over the course of the years, proposing that Jada's direction probably won't be as freely known, prompting a theory about a hidden eccentric character in this setting, perseverance through companionship among Will and D&E. Wayne has energized tales that they could share an especially close security, frequently alluded to as a manly relationship, and one major proof is how he treats Alfonso Riro. Here you are, I am the one in particular who saw this watch. Will he will in on TV get again, then the face, and presently, he will get his ass per claims made by Star Will and Dwayne have set out on an eminent number of getaways together. These journeys incorporate visits to conspicuous locations, for example, Las Vegas and Miami, and there are even bits of gossip about a confidential voyage in Trinidad during these periods. Tisha and Jada supposedly stayed at home, as upheld by an Observer account. It has been related that the pair shared a dinner at a Caribbean eatery, where it was clear that both Will and Dwayne showed up and withdrew from one another's organization. Another source demands that Jada harbors major areas of strength for the way that Will is enjoying pamper getaways with Dwayne, leave her with a feeling of being abandoned at home, thinking that they somehow or another were carrying on with work around Will's book. Purportedly, she finds it deplorable to observe their relationship, seeing it as something that will purposely feature before her. As of late, there has been a far-reaching theory that Will and Jada's 14-year marriage is wavering on the edge of disintegration. An insider unveiled to Star magazine that their conjugal security has supported critical harm, and the rising measure of time they will enjoy with Dwayne worsens. The stress on his relationship with Jada, fundamental to Jada's fears, is Dwayne's supposed cooperation in specific disputable occurrences that have gathered media consideration. I was just very confused as I didn't have the foggiest idea what to do yet. I just realized I never needed to be hitched. Certain individuals additionally began to accept that Will and Dwayne were truly seeing someone and Dwayne Martin had a relationship to them lies and will make up for lost time to you. Eventually, however, nothing stays in obscurity. One said as one more answered, Will took that woman, man, another person. Repeated, they won't say since they're experts. I am poisonous. And the bits of gossip are that Will and Dwayne were darlings for a really long time, and this seems to be an affirmation of those bits of gossip. An individual joked, you know that well-known expression, where there's a Will, there's Dwayne. There was additionally somebody who composed this about her ex, and Will Chile 2020 has been something to really remember, considering the perseverance and closeness between these two people. It brings about worries about their choice not to transparently examine their directions, particularly considering the various hints engendered by people both inside and outside the domain of virtual entertainment. Thus, the relentless inquiry remains, will the guests in regards to Will and Dwayne continue adding to the theory jokester? Bert Keir added his voice to the talk during a meeting with Vlad Television. He described an episode, including a tryout offer from Will's organization, which in the end ended in an awkward collaboration with Will by and by, stirring up conversation and subscribe She Spice for more videos.